Well, I'll go by Nico. My age is 30. I'm a truck driver. I work for Amazon, so I deliver like packages throughout the United States for Amazon.
Do I look normal? Yeah, am I good now? My name's Joe. I'm 18 and I'm a college student.
Okay. My little brother is playing games in the background. He's gonna do his best to keep it quiet, but if in the instance, I do apologize if there might be a bit of background chatter. Okay. Well, my name is Edward Heitman Gill Fellon. I'm 24 years old. Right now, I don't necessarily have work, but before that, I was doing politics. Before that, I was doing McDonald's, and before that, I used to be an assistant general manager to a radio station in my hometown.
Okay. My name's Alex, I'm 30 and I'm a pizza delivery driver.
I already live a pretty isolated lifestyle. I like keeping who I am to myself unless I actually know the person after I get to know them in VR chat for a while. Being anonymous, it helps a lot of people kind of come out of their shell in VR chat, because then they can be who they want to be and not have any sort of, already like I'm sorry, I've been asleep. I'm half asleep, but people the ability to be kind of more their true selves rather than who they are in their normal lives. Because you don't really have anything to judge them off of besides the name they have chosen for themselves and their avatar. So there's a lot less judgments on it, in VR chat because of that.
I think it does help. I mean, people judge everyone for what kind of films they like, what kind of music they like. I feel like when you're anonymous online, people don't know who you really are, so they don't judge you immediately, if they don't see what you actually look like, things like that. Yeah, it does help.
That does help, because it's like you're not in your own body, you're not using your own name, you do have that level of anonymity. So if something's going to come back to bite you in the ass, then you don't really have to deal with the consequences. It helps you be a lot more extroverted talking to people. Normally I'm very introverted, but VR's really helped me come out of my shell. Actually helped me learn how to socialize better. It's like I can talk to people in real life a lot easier nowadays because of it.
I already had kind of an isolated lifestyle, but the lockdown made it worse. I used to go out with my wife and my kids and go places and take her on a date and, actually be able to be a part of the world and be a part of life. And now it's when I go home, I have to, sanitize, and I have to just kind of stay quarantined at home. If I go out anywhere, it has to be kind of like an essential need. Like it has to be, just for groceries or gas or business or something like that. And I get some social time with my family, at least whenever I'm home. But when I'm out on the road 5 out of the 7 days, I have, a week. So majority of my life is already isolated. I didn't really discover VR and VR chat until about a month ago. And honestly, I wished I would have discovered it sooner, because I know that this is all make-believe, and I know this is all just a virtual playground essentially, but it still gives you this sense of community, being around people and being able to be near someone and talk about your day and go to interesting and new places. It's still not the same.
It's weird. It's hard to explain. It's like, I can see you here, I can hear you here, I know you have a presence, but you don't have a physical one.
But if I had to choose this versus isolation, I mean, this has saved me mentally, I would say, from falling into a deep depression because of, isolation and quarantine.
I didn't have much of a social life before VR chat, but then when the pandemic hit, I had no social life whatsoever. I couldn't go up to the other side of the county to see my family, like my mum or my brother, and I've got friends in that I would go visit quite often. But since the lockdown, I've not been able to visit them at all, really. I mean, I managed to get up and visit them at Christmas. That's about it. But this game has saved my social life, what little of it I had left. But now I've got a booming social life in comparison. Yeah, without this, I would have been a lot deeper in depression.
Honestly, it's a bummer. We're staying in our homes and everything, doing our best. A lot of people complaining, and that's reasonable. Everyone's gonna complain, but like, I feel like people are complaining about staying in their houses too long, but here in Stockton, like, people aren't really doing, I'd say, everything it takes to just get rid of it. A lot of people are finding outlets. A lot of people are stuck in the houses, streaming sites and whatnot. My escape happened to be VR.
People have as my friends in real life. I mean, I'm kind of like a close-knit kind of antisocial person, which I think most people who play VR chat kind of naturally are, kind of like, not in a way antisocial, but kind of have social anxiety in ways. But it's like I said, people are able to be their kind of more natural selves in VR chat because no one's really judging you. That I've met in VR chat, only really out of all of them, I only know one of them by their actual name. We just sit around and we talked for hours about just our days and how life is going, and we're constantly in contact with each other. It's like, it's a community that I didn't even think it really existed.
Yeah, my close group of friends, I met them, well, within the first week being on VR chat, and now I talk to them almost every day. Close friends, 4 or 5 in like the close group, but then in like the extended group there's upwards of 20, and on my friends list there's like 100 people, but most people I can't even remember how I met them. It's usually in a drunken stupor, so it's hard to pinpoint certain people.
I actually have 2 people that I met in here like exclusively as like VR friends. Goes by Spank the Money One, and my friend who in the game in here, he goes by J Technology. Both of them I had met when they were still kind of starting off. When I met Jay, he was like only 2 days into an Oculus. He didn't even really know like the full basic of VR chat. And when I met him, he just didn't know what to do, and no one was really helping him. So I was like, tag along with me. I'll show you some worlds, some avatars, show you the basics. And every time he hops on, me and him, we travel. He kind of prefers hanging out with me. I prefer hanging out with him. We explore. It's what I like to do most of the game, is explore.
I went into it not knowing what to think. The first couple days of VR chat, I didn't even know what to do. I just kind of like was jumping into worlds and just kind of checking places out and choosing my first avatar, that kind of thing. And I found that first setting and with a bunch of people in it, and they ended up having a cool conversation. And it was really weird because it was kind of like people took an interest in me for the first time, which doesn't normally happen in real life. Like I almost felt like I was kind of like the popular guy in the room for once. Everyone wanted to talk to me and hear about my day, hear about my story, who I am. And, we were all making jokes. And I had by the end of I think my second or third day in VR chat, I had about 5 or 6 friends that regularly wanted to hang out with me. And that was kind of that was what kind of kept me coming back after that, was I have friends now. I can meet up with them. I don't have to be alone all the time.